A very good morning and welcome to the Colombo campus grounds for another Mercantile Cricket Association F Division T20 League Tournament for 2026. It's a pre-quarterfinal game. In fact, two games down for decision today. Slightly delayed start, but no overs being lost. We should have started at 10 o'clock in the morning. We will try and get underway at 10 o'clock in the morning. So the first game this morning is between Sporty.lk and Commercial Credit. And before that, let's look at the points table. Right, there we are, the C League matches. Sporty.lk topping the group. They've won all 5 games they've played. Mass Active second place, having won 4 of the 5. And Sri Lanka won 3 of 5. Commercial Bank B won 2 of the 5 games. Siam City Cement has won 1 game. Empire Teas have not lost any games. The D League, let's look at HNB Assurance. They played 5 and won 5. Attire, well, they played 5 and won 4. Pizza Hut has won 3 of 5. Commercial Credit has won 2 of 5. And EB Greasy is 1 of 5. And Citrec Group has not won a single game. Right, that's the points table at the moment. And, well, let's check what's going on in today's game. The first game for the morning. Let's go to the center, join the match referee, the 2 captains, and our man Yureshika with the toss.
It's another beautiful day and another very important game coming up of a Mercantile Cricket Tournament, the F Division T20 Cricket Tournament powered by Fairfirst. So I have the 2 captains and the match referee. The game coming up between Sporty.lk and Commercial Credit. So joining for the all-important toss, I have the match referee, Mr. Sudat Munavira, and the captain of Sporty.lk, Anushka Gunasinghe, and the captain of Commercial Credit, Prabhash Chaturanga. So the home team captain, Anushka Gunasinghe, will flip the coin. Heads is the call. It is heads. So Prabhash Chaturanga won the toss. So Prabhash, you won the toss. So what have you decided to do?
Yeah, we're gonna bowl first.
Okay, so any particular reason for that?
I think that ground is wet, little bit wet. So after 1 hour, we'll change the situation. And that right.
So it's a pre-quarter final and it's a knockout game. So how about the mindset of the players and the preparations?
Yeah, boys are well prepared for the pre-quarter because last game we have won. So boys are very well to play this game.
Thank you so much. Have a good game. So Anushka, unfortunately, you lost the toss. So now you have to bat first. So how about the preparation of the camp?
Yes, boys are all good. So we have done our last sessions and we have done our first stage pretty good. So hope to continue that momentum.
Okay, so how many runs you expect to put on the board?
I think 140, 150 is going to be a good score here because of the ground size and everything. So 150 is the target that we are going to put on the board.
Okay, so 5 games and 5 wins on trot. So, but we have already come to the do-or-die stage of the tournament. So how about the mindset of the players?
Yeah, like I said, yes, we have good momentum and we want to keep it up. And like you said, this is the knockout stage. So we can't do any mistakes here. So that is the main thing that we are going to do a good game. I think we can do.
Good luck. Have a good game. And that's the news from the centre. Commercial Credit have won the toss and they decided to bowl first.
Right, there we are. Thank you so much for the toss. And as we talk about the toss, a 15 minutes delay in the start of play. Scheduled start was 9:45, so 10 o'clock in the morning. Commercial Credit, well, there's the team. Prabhash Chaturanga, Buddhika Tenakun, Chanaka Vanikasekara. There is also Vanya Rachi along with Uttamadasa, Pasidupera, Sanchana Lanka, Shalida De Silva, Jacob Faumi along with Chatu Maduka and Chandrasekhara making up the Commercial Credit team. And Sporty.lk, the unbeaten side, Anushka Gunasinghe, the captain, Anjana Orton, Then Piris along with Isru Sandamal, Kasun Madhushankar, Kavisha Satsara, Senator Malvatage along with Asita Chamara, Lisuru Sigera, Ranmira Fernando and Kuvindu Madhubasha making up the 11 for Sporty.lk. Right, we had rains this morning as well. Not heavy rains, but short, sharp showers. And yesterday, Colombo was full of rain. In fact, the Super 8 game yesterday between the Pakistan side and also New Zealand could not be played. Not a ball was bowled because of the rain that came down last afternoon. So here we are with the better conditions today. The sun is behind some of the clouds. The sun is not really shining on the grounds, but at least the conditions are much, much better for play to commence just 15 minutes late. We're not losing any overs. We're playing 20 overs per side and all to play for. And LK, unbeaten team in this tournament, when all out to win, because from now onwards at this pre-quarter final stage, the moment you start to lose matches, well, you get eliminated. So the Mercantile Cricket Association F Division T20 League Tournament for 2026 is fully underway. A couple of weeks more and the whole tournament will be completed. And who will really come on top. 24 teams took part in the tournament, divided into 4 groups, 6 teams per group. So each team had 5 matches to play, right? The first over about to get underway. And those little short, sharp showers has really refreshed the ground. You see the grass, it's got a bit more greener. Yaqub Faurmir, he used to bowl the first over, played 15 matches, picked up 20 wickets, the best being 5 for 32. And of course, his economy rate is 6.43, not a bad economy rate for Mir, who the right arm Pacey, who's bowling the first over. Right, so all to play for. The action about to unfold, waiting for the umpire to call play. That's at 10 o'clock in the morning. And of course, a full 20 overs to be played as well. So a few spectators in the middle as well, right? So the umpire is calling play, and we'll have the first over coming up. So looking at the field, they've got a slip in place at the moment. And here we are all set to start the first over. Slight adjustment to the field. Anjana Orton, 39 matches and scored 547 runs, top score being 73. A strike rate is quite good, 110.06. 250s in his career so far. And they'll look for a good stand from him. In the block hole, played out nicely on the onside. First run of the innings for LK. So Anjana off the mark with 1 brings Anushka to face the first ball. His first ball. Yaqub Faumir in the first over. What type of total will they expect? Well, perhaps about 160, 170. Anushka Gunasinghe, a lot of experience, 36 matches. Aggregate of 389 runs, top score 73. He's got 250s to his credit. Good strike rate again, touch of 103. Trying to force it on the offside, doesn't quite get hold of it. So it's a dot ball to Anushka. And as you talk to the sun, trying to break through these clouds, that will really help the grounds to be dry. But this ground here in Colombo, absolutely a fantastic ground to play cricket on. It takes so much water and dries up so quickly that we only had a 15-minute delay today because the ground staff had to get the matting on. We're playing on matting in these games. So it takes a little time to get the pitch prepared after some rain. Works away off the pads on the onside. That's Anushka's first run as well. So takes the total under 2 for no wicket. LK. They've done so well in this tournament. Out to win this match. They know that to stay alive in the competition, they have to really win every single game. They played 5. They won all 5 matches. And brings Anjana on strike once again. So 2 for no wicket out of 3 balls. Short, edged, out towards that point region. No fielder close in. The ball dies on the fielder there. A bit of a surprise to Anjana on that shot. So it's a dot ball. So 2 balls left in the first over. On the pads again, down the leg side, but just flicked away. Wait for the umpire's call. Was it a leg by off the bat? Nevertheless, the batsman pick up one more run. Total into 3. So Anjana picks up another single. Got some bat to that. There's the replay of the last delivery. Just down the leg side. Not a particularly good delivery, in fact, from Yakub Faumir. So he's got to bowl the last ball of his first over. And the first of the innings as well. Again down the leg side, LBW. No way for me. You can't get LBW decisions bowling down the leg side. Leg by call by the umpire that will end the over as well. So 1 over completed. And we have Camera LK on 4 for no wicket. Anjana on 2. Anushka on 1. And Faumir 1 over, none for 3. Right, so now the sun beaming through the clouds on the grounds. Buddhika Tenakon to bowl his first over, the second of the innings. He's played 10 matches, picked up 6 wickets, best figures being 3 for 11. Economy rate 7.56. Pretty sure that his team is looking for wickets from him. So he's got a bit of experience in bowling. Is Buddhika Tenakon. And Anushka is on strike at the moment. So it's 4 for no wicket after 1 over. 20 overs per side. And the sun really beams down the grounds. We hope the comfort levels will be pretty high for the players. There's no great breeze on the grounds. So a false start from Tenakon. Played uppishly on the onside. That's a good shot. Beats the fielder down towards the boundary. It goes. Picked up just inside. So perhaps of these little showers that we've had, the outfields are slowed down a touch. Otherwise, normally, when it was dry conditions, the ball just flew to the boundary the moment it beat the fielder. But today, they're able to put it back. So a couple of runs, Anushka takes him to 3, total up to 6 for no wicket. Run rate at the moment is 5.14. So Anushka has faced 4 balls, 3 runs. Anjana has faced 3 balls, 2 runs. So Tenakon at the top of his mark, in again. Stops in his tracks. Full toss, hit away on the offside. One bounce the fielder who doesn't field cleanly. The ball runs away to the long off boundary. That's poor fielding. You need to really cut those off. A bonus of 4 runs to Camera LK. They'll take it. Their total moves up to double figures 10. Look at that. The full toss hit away on the offside. It bounced just short of the fielder. He should have been behind that. But then got some deflection of the body into the boundary for 4. So takes Anushka on to 7 of 5. 10 for no wicket after 1.2 overs. Fielding is so important in any form of cricket, and particularly shots like that, taken on the full, played on the offside. He should have got his body behind the ball instead of just trying to stop the ball with his hands, knowing that it's not carrying to him. Drives but doesn't quite get hold of it. Hit it hard to the ground. The bowler fields on his follow through. So Camera LK's total still remains at 10 for no wicket. Run rate is 6.67 at the moment. Full toss down the leg side. Hit away down on the onside. Into the boundary for more. That's another very poor delivery from Tenakon. You can't afford to bowl full tossers, especially down the leg side. You're giving the batsman all the opportunities to hit the ball anywhere on the leg side. Not many fielders also on the leg side. Look at that. The full toss taken and made full use of. And that's into the boundary for 4. 14 for no wicket is Camera LK. They'll enjoy this. 1.4 overs completed. Tenakon 4 deliveries, none for 10 his figures. The 2 boundaries of his bowling so far. Absolute bonus for LK. That hit it on the onside, collected by the wicket keeper. So it's a dot ball, a rare dot ball. 10 of the over so far from Buddhika Tennakorn. One ball left in his over, the second of the innings as well. Driven again on the onside. Mid-on covers up, does the fielding. They pick up a single for that. That'll end the over. So 2 overs completed. And LK are 15 for no wicket. Anjana is on 2, Anushka on 12. And Buddhika Tennakorn 1 over, none for 11.
In the heart of
Right, so we're down to the pre-quarterfinal games. This Mercantile Cricket Association F Division T20 League Tournament for 2026. And the game at the moment in progress, LK versus Commercial Credit. Another game in the afternoon, scheduled for 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That is the Thai Limited versus Answer Lanka. Should be an interesting game, that one too. So here we are with Faumir on his way for the second over. Pulled on the onside. That's a good shot down towards deep mid-wicket. Running towards the boundary, and did the fielder get his leg over the boundary when fielding the ball? He's smiling. Those are difficult shots for the umpire to really adjudicate sometimes. We don't have a third camera to pick up those things as well. It all depends on the players to be sporty. So it's only 2 runs being created to the batsman. Look at that, a short delivery. Hit away on the onside. It stops short of the boundary as there's the fielder getting into it. That should be 4. That should be 4. He should have indicated to the umpire. Short, going for a big heave on the offside. Beaten outside the line of off stump. Wicket keeper gets a glove twit, so total is 17 for no wicket. That should have been 4. Faumir again. Lofted on the onside. Good shot. Over the head of deep mid-on to the boundary for 4. Productive strokes, picking up runs. Anushka, another boundary. Look at that. Perfectly in place to play that shot over the head of that deep mid-on fielder. There was no stopping that. Just raced away to the boundary before. So Anushka moves on to 18 of 12. 21 for no wicket is LK. Short again, cut away. Nice to play on the offside. Into the boundary again. 4 back-to-back boundaries coming in. Another poor delivery from Faumir. Got the treatment from Anushka. He races the way to 18. Look at that, how short it is. Had the width as well. And allowed the batsman all the time in the world to play that on the offside. There's no sweeper cover in place. We are still in the power play. 25 for no wicket is LK. Doing well, good start. Put into bat today by Commercial Credit in this pre-quarter-final game at the campus grounds in Colombo. Played gently on the onside. Single being taken. 2 boundaries followed by a single. 25 for no wicket is LK. Take Anushka on to 23 of 14. Brings Anjana, who's on 2. Last ball of Faumi's second over. None for 14 his figures. And this is over number 3 about to end. Down the track, good use of the feet. Slogs it out on the onside to deep mid-on. Batsman crossed for 1. That's the end of the over. So we've got 3 overs completed and LK are 27 for no wicket after 3 overs. with Anushka on 23, Anjana on 3, and Jakub Faumir 2 overs, none for 15. Sportylk, a solid start at the moment of 3 overs, going at 9 runs and over, 27 for no wicket. Anjana is on 3, he's faced 24 balls, but Anushka has been absolutely severe on anything short. Changed the bowling, Prabhas Chaturanga coming on. He's played 12 matches, picked up 13 wickets, the best figures being 4 for 29. So he's got a bit of a history of being a good bowler. Let's see what he can do today. He has to help his team, that's commercial credit, to pick up some wickets, because Sportylk are running away at the moment with some poor bowling, and also the fielding not the best from commercial credit. Driven on the offside, over the head of that deep mid-off fielder. So run being taken. There we go again. Outside the line of off stump. Didn't quite get hold of it. The fielder was after it. Difficult, very difficult indeed, no doubt. 28 for no wicket. Anushka is on 23 of 14. Again, played away on the onside, down towards deep mid-wicket. At least a couple here. So they come back for 2, takes the total up to 30 for no wicket. So important to convert those ones into twos. We've seen a lot of batsmen just ambling across, ball watching sometimes, not looking to convert those ones into twos. But this is the name of the game. And particularly in a T20 game, look for every single run to convert it. So they got those 2 runs this time. Anushka moves on 25, is 30 for no wicket out of 3.2 overs. Hits it hard into the ground, hits the wickets at the non-striker's end. The intention was getting past the mid-off. Couldn't really time it, was Anushka. So Chaturanga into his first over, both 3 balls, so 3 runs so far. Lofted on the offside, over the head of mid-off again. That's running to the boundary for 4. That's well played, taking full advantage of the power play overs. So Anushka moves on 25. Look at that. Didn't use his feet. Stand and deliver was the name of the game. But he got back to ball more importantly and picked up a boundary. 34 for no wicket after 3.4 overs. Anushka moves on 29 of 17. Full toss, bowled him up, full toss. That's a poor shot, playing right across the line was Anushka. He should have played straight. An absolutely rank full toss from Chaturanga. He picks up a wicket. So there we are, the batsman walking back. Look at that. What a poor shot that was. Moving away from the ball, down the leg side. Paid the penalty. Anushka Gurusingha out for 29 of 18. He batted well for the 29 runs. Gave them a good start, but he would have been an important cog in the wheel for Sportylk to get a good total as well. So Prabhas Chaturanga picks up his first wicket. 1 for 7 his figures. Isuru, the new man who walks out. 34 for 1 after 3.5 overs. 8.87 the current run rate. So Isuru will have the strike. Anjana at the non-striker's end. He's on 4 or 5 balls. The projected score says 177, but we don't go by those figures so early. Isuru Sandmal, 50 matches, a lot of experience. 1,216 runs, top score of 68. 750s to his credit. So he's got a good record as a batsman. as he takes guard. And this is the problem when you're playing on matting wickets. The batsman has to take off one glove to mark his guard because he got to use chalk on the matting. Takes a bit of time, unlike the turf wickets. But nevertheless, this entire tournament, all games are played on matting. So Chaturanga, last ball of his first over, 1 for 7 his figures. What a lucky wicket that was he had. Flick down towards short fine leg, single being taken. That's good running between the wickets. You need to convert those shots into singles. Ends the over. 4 completed. And we'll see the replay of that last delivery, or the wicket that fell. And look at that, the way he went about that to play that full toss. Poor. So 4 overs completed, and Sportylk are 35 for 1. With Anjana on 4, Isuru on 1, and Chaturanga 1 over, 1 for 8.
In the heart of
So if you're just joining our live telecast of the action from the campus grounds in Colombo in the Mercantile Cricket Association F Division T20 League Tournament for 2026, the first game of the day is on at the moment. Commercial Credit and Sportylk. There we are, nicely flicked away on the onside. Should have been looking for the single, but they don't do so. Buddhika Tennakon, 1 over, none for 11. Each bowler allowed 4 overs in these T20 tournaments. So Isuru on strike, he's on 1. We're into the 5th over of the inning. Off the back foot, played away on the offside. The bowlers after it. They take a single. There's no fielder close in on the offside. Also on the onside, lots of gaps in that mid-wicket region. Plenty of opportunities for batsmen to score not 1 but 2 runs at least, playing with soft hands. It's all a case of how you anticipate, how you'd play the ball. So 36 for 1 after 4.2 overs. Until round 4 has strike. Here's Tennakon. Going for a big heave down the onside. Doesn't make contact. The wicketkeeper doesn't clear cleanly, but gets a glove to it. Stops the ball from going down towards the fine leg region. One thing that is seen throughout this tournament is that lots of sides play a part-time wicketkeeper because they don't have a real genuine wicketkeeper in their ranks, so they play part-time wicketkeepers. Shot pulled away. Doesn't get contact again. That's another poor delivery. Should have got 4 runs for that. Look at that. This is what really happened. Trying to flick it on the onside. Takes it on the chest area. And makes sure the ball doesn't hit the stumps. Down the track, pulls it this time, pulls it well. Down to deep mid-wicket, into the boundary for 4. That went like a tracer bullet. That was the idea last time round, also to get that boundary. Another poor delivery. Look at that, how short it was. And he was down the track using his feet. And got 4 runs for that quite easily. So 40 for 1 is Sportylk after 4.5 overs. Anjana moves on to 8 of 8. And Tennakon 1.5 overs, not for 16. 5 of the overs so far. So run rate 8.28 at the moment. Good run rate for Sportylk. Driven on the onside. Didn't quite get hold of it, but enough bat to get a single. The ball runs out towards the mid-wicket region. They're only looking for 1. Should have been looking for 2 straight away. But they only get a single. So that ends the over. 5 completed. And Sportylk 41 for 1. Isuru on 2. Anjana on 9. And Tennakon on 2 overs. None for 17. Run rate 8.20.
5 overs completed. So very good start from T20-OVER after being putting out to bat by Commercial Credit. And Anushka Gunasinghe and Anjana Orton started off really well. Unfortunately, Anushka Gunasinghe departed for 29. Here's the skipper Prabhash Chaturanga with the ball. Took the outside edge, chance of the non-strikers, and yes, that's the second one. That's 2 for Commercial Credit. Anjana Orton, he was this ball watching there. It was non-strikers called. He should have responded. The single was definitely on. It's a poor running between the wicket. Took the outside edge. There was a single. It was a mile away, Anjana Orton. He departs for 9. And all of a sudden, T20-OVER is 41 for 2. We are still in the first power play. Prabhash Chaturanga is the man who got the wicket of Anushka Gunasinghe in the previous over as well. So the captain who is leading from the front. The other bowlers, very expensive, going for runs, got hit all around the park. He took the responsibility. Give me the ball. Sinath Malwatage, the new batsman in. It was a huge shout out for Samir Apiris, who has not been playing today for T20-OVER, who has done a great job with the bat, especially in the first round, helped them have a clean record of 5 wins of 5 games. He's on duties with the camera at T20 World Cup game at Sportylk, Sri Lanka versus England game. There's a replay of the previous wicket. A flashing blade took the outside edge. Anjana Orton was ball watching. He was not even in the picture. Sinath Malwatage, 46 matches, 832 runs. Highest score is 57. It's a left-handed batter. Need a partnership here, T20-OVER. He cannot afford to lose another one here. Here comes a juicy full toss. Straight to the extra cover. A sloppy fielding and extra covers, and I love the batters to go for a single. Here comes Prabhash Chaturanga. Right on the money. Played with a straight bat. Just another single. Dealing in singles here. T20-OVER lost a bit of momentum here after the departure of Anushka Gunasinghe. Was smashing the bowlers all around the park. Comes around the wicket. Again, took the outside edge. Goes past short third man. A very good fielding at short third man. They cut off. They goes for the third run. Very good running between the wickets. Very good presence of mind of the fielder. So far, 6 runs has come off this over. There's 1 delivery yet to go. Isaru Sandamala is a man on strike. Here comes Prabhash. A slowish delivery. Another quick single to conclude the 6th over. And that's the end of the first power play. Sportylk 48 for 2 against Commercial Credit.
In the heart of Colombo,
A change of bowling from Commercial Credit. Passing the Pereira brought into the attack by the skipper. A right arm off spin bowler. 13 matches, 17 wickets, 5 for 24. He's the best with an impressive economy rate. It's below the runner ball. It's a handy bowler for Commercial Credit. Took out 2 wickets. Both teams had equally did well in the first power play. The middle overs. This is the phase where the game will be decided. A sloppy fielding, a deep mid-wicket. Loves to go for the second run. With that, the 50 comes up for Sportylk. They're going at a rate of 8.11. At the toss, the skipper of Sportylk, Anushka Gunasinghe, said they were eyeing on a 140, 150 around that mark. They're going for the second run. Smart batting from these two batters, especially Isuru Sandamal. There was no pace to work. Let's get the bat on ball and put it into the gap and goes for the second run. A risk-free cricket from Isuru Sandamal. The outfield is not that quick as well with the heavy rain overnight. Again, came down the track and tried to go across the line. Unnecessary stuff from Mr. Sandamal. He shouldn't have to do that. Here's a replay. That's going down leg. Clearly going down leg. Very good decision from the umpire. Comes passing to Pereira. Very good delivery. Slowed it down even further. Isuru Sandamal tried to come down the track. Two good deliveries from passing to Pereira. Pull things a little back for Commercial Credit. Again, came down the track and goes through deep mid-wicket. Very well fielded. Another 2 runs. Brilliant fielding effort at deep mid-wicket boundary by Dulanka Chatumaduka. Six runs so far in this over. It's a very good one. All they need is to finish well. Comes Isuru Sandamal. Came down the track and a single down to long off. And that concludes the 7th. Sportylk 55 for 2. 7 overs done. Danirwan Yarachi. Another bowling change from the other end. The skipper replaced himself. Danirwan Yarachi. 5 matches, 4 wickets. A right arm leg spinner. Goes straight to the fielder. Very good catch. It was hit well by Isuru Sandamal, but he timed well enough to take that right into the basket. 3rd wicket down for Sportylk. Danirwan Yarachi struck immediately. It was a brilliant shot. Very well executed. Right into the hands of the fielder. Isuru Sandamal departs for 12. Sportylk 55 for 3. Commercial Credit are slowly getting back into this game. They're taking wickets in regular intervals and not letting the Sportylk batters to set and put up a partnership. They got enough runs on the board. Susandamal could have hit it along the carpet, but failed to keep that down. It was a very good shot. The shot selection was excellent. As Kasun Madhushankar, the most experienced campaigner of the Sportylk, the 19 matches, 483 runs, 1 century to his name and 2 half centuries with an impressive strike rate, an impressive average as well. He needs to anchor this inning. Kasun Madhushankar is a vastly experienced player. Got a full toss straight away. Got off the mark with a boundary. Brilliant start to Kasun Madhushankar. Did not time it to perfection, but picked the gap. There was a big gap between deep square leg and deep mid wicket. Tanirwan Yarachi. Short. Will they go for the second? Decided against it. The slip in place. Here's a replay of the wicket. It was struck well. Isuru Sandamal hit it straight to deep square leg. Very good catch from Pasindu Pereira. Sportylk is desperate for a partnership here. 3 wickets down. How could it miss? Goes for a boundary. It was a lucky escape for Sinetpal Wattage. Umpire signals buys. Sportylk, they don't mind how these runs come. They take whatever it comes their way. That was a luckiest escape I have seen so far. How could it miss? Again, another full toss outside the off stump. Brilliantly fielded. Brilliant effort by the sweeper cover fielder. Covered a lot of ground and cut off 2 runs for his teams. Sanchana Lanka, brilliant fielding. Full credit to the fielder. Tanirwan Yarachi, it was a real loosener after being bowled. A very good one. Outside the off stump, driven away to the sweeper cover. With that single, 8 overs comes to the end. 67 for 3 Sportylk.
In the heart of Colombo,
Passing the Pereira to continue. It's bowled decent over first up. Comes round the wicket. There's a slip in place. It's a very good approach from the captain of Commercial Credit. 3 wickets down Sportylk, and they're looking for another. They know if they can get another 1 or 2, the game is right on their sleeves. Commercial Credit. Brilliant awareness from the captain. Kasun Madhushankar. They expect a lot more from him. Vastly experienced. Has a lot of first-class experience. Passing the Pereira with the ball in hand. A shot did not bounce enough. Was kept low. Meantime, Kasun Madhushankar was too early to play that shot as well. Look at that. A kind of seam-up delivery from Pasindu Pereira. We had a heavy rain overnight, so the pitch still a little bit wet. Worked away towards short fine leg. Another single. The right hand, left hand combination for Sportylk is working in favor of them at the moment. Slip in place. There's no doubt. The commercial credit, they are looking for more wickets. Again, came back in with the arm. Passing to Pereira is mixing things up. Mixing it up and messing with the batter's mind. Sinet Malwatage, the left-handed batter so far, 8 of 7. A little bit uppish, but picked the gap. And very good running between the wickets as well. These two are very quick between the wickets. But that's very important, especially in this particular format. It's not all about hitting boundaries, it's about picking the gaps, getting the ones, twos, and keep the scoreboard ticking. Sinet Malwatage is doing it really well at the moment. Picking the gaps, he comes passing to Pereira. Can hit it up Ashley. It was an effortless, cleared the boundary with ease. Brilliant shot. Look at that, it was full. It was just lofted over the extra cover. My goodness. It was effortless. I don't think he expected either. 9 overs completed, 77 for 3, Sportylk.
At the Mercantile Cricket Association, passion for the game starts young. The MCA Academy welcomes boys and girls under 13, 15.
Dani Rwanyara to continue. Kasun Madhushanka. He joins the party as well. Kasun Madhushanka goes bang. It was dead straight. Cleared the front leg and goes straight over the bowler's head. Brilliant hit. 2 sixes in 2 balls for Sportylk. They got some momentum here. Still a sip in place. Again, went across the line. Again, 2 in 2. Another maximum. This is brilliant stuff from Sportylk. They are on the charge. Foolish delivery. Again, took the front leg out of his way and slogged it over deep mid-wicket. Put the ball under pressure immediately. Dani Rwanyarachi. 2 deliveries balled right into the hitting arc of Kasun Madhushanka. Again, short. Again, brilliant catch. Dani Rwanyarachi had the last laugh. It's a half-parted shot from Kasun Madhushanka. He was not fully committed. It was a brilliant catch from Sanchana Lanka at deep mid-wicket. What a catch. Kasun Madhushanka threw his wicket away after being hit a brilliant shot. It was short. It should have been put away. It was a half-parted shot from Kasun Madhushanka. Look at that. It was not easy to take that catch diving forward. Brilliant. Kasun Madhushanka depart for a cameo. 18 of 7. Sportylk 89 for 4.
We've got something new for you here at MCA. Tea, bubble tea, gourmet burgers, and so much more. From 9:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day. Stop by for breakfast or wind down after work. Bring your friends and family over. We're always here. On the right wing of the MCA Pavilion, welcome to the MCA Coffee Lounge.
In the heart of Colombo, where
Deneth Pires is the new man in. Here's a batting card of Sportylk, Anushka Gunasinghe on top. And Nisuru Sandamal, Sinet Malwatage, Kasun Madhusanka all got starts. Here comes Daniru Arachi. Another juicy full toss onto the leg stump. And another easy single for Deneth Pires to get off the mark. Here's the previous wicket. It was short. It didn't fully commit to that shot. Kasun Madhusanka. Daniru Arachi, 2 wickets for him. So right arm leg spinner. Sinet Malwatage. Foolish delivery outside the off stump. Driven away down to long off. These bowlers can go for few runs. Can go for loose deliveries, but they always produce wickets. The best wicket taking options the captain can have. Deneth Pires. An innovative stroke from Deneth Pires. Will it go for the boundary? Very good soccer skills shown by Pasindu Pereira. Here's a replay. Did really well to cut off a single for his team. 3 runs off the last ball. Behind to the halfway mark of the first inning. Sportylk 94 for 4.
So we are at the halfway stage of the innings. 94 for 4 is Sportylk. Passing the Pereira. Down the leg side. That's a wide. That's a poor delivery again. Concede the single. The net is on strike on 4. Sinet is on 17. So 94 for 96 for 4 in fact. 9.60 the run rate at the moment. So passing the Pereira in his third over. None for 19. He's got to re-bowl that delivery after bowling a wide. Looking at the projected score 192. There will be an excellent score if Sportylk can get there. Driven again on the offside. Beats that point fielder down towards sweeper. Now the single being taken. So it's going to be a warm morning out here in Colombo. The sun coming out through the clouds after all the rains we've had. This turned away on the onside. Just rolled his wrist on that. Looking for 2. That's good running. That's what they should be doing. Looking for those doubles. Convert the 1s into 2s. You take that first run fast. And then you can always go back for the second run. The field is so deep. 99 for 4 is Sportylk. Reverse hit, beats the short third man, down to a third man, boundary it goes, but the ball is slowing down. So they'll pick up a couple of runs for that. So Colombo's had a few showers in the last couple of days, but particularly in the evenings and late at nights. And they've refreshed the outfields in many places. We'll look at that again. There's the reverse sweep coming in. You've got to practice that shot all the time to play it. Nicely played. Just waited for that to push it on the onside towards deep mid-on for another single. The 100 comes up, so 101 for 4. Or 102 in fact for 4. After 10.4 overs. 9.56 run rate at the moment. Sinet on 18 of 11. Deneth is on 9 of 5. Again, worked away on the onside. So many gaps on the field. Come back for two. West, they can take two. They should be looking for two. There's a direct hit that comes in. The question is being asked to the umpire as well. Let's take a look at that as to what really happened there. There we are, the return on its way. It was a direct hit, no doubt. Batsman was home. But a good throw from the deep. And good decision from the standing umpire as well. He followed that very closely indeed. So 103 for 4 out of 10.5 overs. Eight of the overs so far. Tucked out to a short third. That's 11 overs, so 11 overs completed. And Sportylk are 103 for 4. Dinit on 9, Sinith on 19. And Pasindra Pera 3 overs, none for 26.
In the heart of Colombo.
So Sportylk, who were batting or putting to bat today, unbeaten team. They played 5 matches, won all 5 games. And there's the Manhattan. There's where the wickets have fallen as well. But they've scored runs in the meantime. They're in a very comfortable position at 103 for 4 after 11 overs. They should get in a big score. Prabhas Chaturanga, 1 for 15 of 2 overs, will continue to bowl his third over. Projected score 187. If they get there, they'll be really happy indeed. Sportylk, it'll be a good total. Commercial Credit will have to really bat well to get that type of total or to challenge that total. Player miss outside the line of off stump. You've got to get your foot across the pitch of the ball. You've got to keep your eyes on the ball. That's the name of the game. If you're going to drive it on the offside, particularly if it's got a little bit of width as well. Pulled on the onside. Bounces a few times before it reaches the field at deep mid wickets. The batsman will cross for 1. $104 for 4. We are in the 12th, 11.2 completed. Inside edge onto the onside, coming back for 2. That's good running. That's what we need to do to put the pressure on the fielders. It's always the case to put pressure on a fielding side, particularly fielders, bowlers, wicket keepers. They net into double figures on 11, 106 or 4. Pulled up history on the onside, down towards deep mid wicket. Picked up inside the boundary. The return on its way, underarm, the batsman get 1. $107 for 4. Sinith on 20 or 14 on strike. Lofted to the offside. Down towards sweeper again. Coming back for the second run. $109 for 4. Flicked away on the onside. In they are again. There we are. The fielder does well to get his hands to it. Ends the over, 12 completed, and Sportylk 109 for 5. There's the dismissal again. Just hit away on the onside in the air for a long time, and look at the man coming in from the boundary. Kept his eyes on the ball. So Chaturanga picks up his second wicket, 2 for 21 from 3. And Malvatake is out for 22 of 16. So 109 for 5. New batsman walks off, but it's the non-strikers in. The net picks up one. They're coming back for the second run. That's good running. The return comes to the bowler, but the batsman was certainly home. There was no appeal from the bowler. And Sportylk will need to look for these runs quickly. And there's the last wicket that was taken. Good catch in the end. Kept his eyes on the ball all the time. Not the easiest catcher sometimes to take on the boundary. Cut away down to his backward points. So Pasidhu Perra into his fourth and final over. It's about 3.3 overs, done for 28 his figures. 1-1-1 for 5. We're on the Nelson at the moment after 12.2 overs. Play gently on the onside towards deep mid-on again. Another single being taken by Dinette. Takes him to 15. Total up to 112 for 5. 12.3 overs completed. The run rate at the moment, 8.96. They want to get that to over 9 and over. They can. Sportylk, they certainly bat deep. You've seen from the previous records of the matches they have played. Again, driven outside the line of off stump. Sweeper tidies up. The batsman crosses one more run. So Lisuru off the mark with the single. 2 balls left in the 13th over. It's 113 for 5. Again, pushed out on the onside towards square leg. Wicket keeper is around to do the fielding. The batsman complete the single quite comfortably. So 1 ball left in Pasidhu Perra's spell. It's about 3.5 overs, none for 31 his figures. 114 for 5 after 12.5. So Segura played 18 matches, top score 74 not out. Driven on the onside, the ball tries to get a foot to it. Doesn't succeed. The ball runs out towards a deep mid-on. They come back for 2. That's good running between the wickets. And that completes the over as well. So 13 overs completed. And Sportylk 116 for 5. Lisuru on 3. Zineth on 16. Pereira 4 overs done for 33.
In the heart of Colombo.
So the weather is held nicely at the moment. For the 13 overs to be bowled so far in this innings of Sportylk. Put into bat today by Commercial Credit, who won the toss. And they're 116 for 5 after 13. Projected score is 178. And here's Chaturanga to bowl his fourth and final over. 2 for 21 his figures. Down the track, beaten outside the line of off stump. Appeal from the bowler for a catch behind. The wicketkeeper didn't go up with him. Umpire shakes his head, so that means it's not out. We look at that again. There we go. Missed the off stump by not much. There's the bowler appealing for that. Short outside the line of off stump. Clobbered on the offside. Coming back for 2. Picked up inside the boundary at sweeper. 118 for 5. Slow ball straight to the mid-off fielder. Again, worked away nicely on the onside. Down to deep mid-wicket. Coming back with the second run out. That's tragic. They turned round for the second run. There was always 2 on the cards. Well, there we are. So Dineth not so quick to beat the throw that came to the wicket keeper. And now Sportylk lose their 6th wicket. Look at that. Worked away nicely on the onside. They take the first run. Coming back for the second. The return on its way. Flat to the keeper. Well short of his ground. No doubt about that. So 119 for 6 after 13.4 overs. So Sigera out for 3. New batsman walking out, Run Miller. He joins Dineth in the middle. When you're coming back for the second run, you need to really concentrate on the first run. You've got to take it fast. You've got to be hard on that. Your judgment should be good. And have enough acceleration to complete the run, the second run. So Ranmir Fernando, 13 matches. Top score of 92. That's a very good score indeed. Pull from outside the line of off stump down towards the deep mid-wicket. The fielder cuts it off just inside the boundary. They'll come back through this time. So Ranmir Fernando off the mark with a couple. That's well played. Waited on that, played it gently on the onside. And that's the wicket that was down, the last wicket that fell the run out. So 121 for 6 after 13.5. The last ball of Prabhas Chathuranga's spell, 3.5 overs, 2 for 26 his figures. Each bowler allowed 4 overs a maximum in T20 cricket. And there's the scorecard. What's happened early on. Played gently on the onside. The bowler is after it. Looking for 2 and they're coming back for the second. That's good thinking. Very good thinking indeed. You need to put pressure on the fielders, the bowlers, and that will complete the over as well. So 14 overs completed. And Sportylk 123 for 6 after 14. Dineth on 23. Ranmir still to score. And Chaturanga 4 overs, 2 for 28. So here we are. We hope viewers all over the world watching this live telecast of this Mercantile Cricket Association F Division T20 League Tournament 2026. And there's the bowling figures for commercial credit as well. With Chaturanga 2 for 28 and also 1 year Rashid 2 for 25 being the wicket takers. A couple of runouts in the innings as well. The 4 wickets was at 34. No great partnerships since then for Sportylk. 10 good balls outside the line of off stump. So we'd like to remind all our viewers, 2 matches being played on the day. The second match at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Sri Lanka time. Thai Limited taking on Ansel Lanka. That will be another interesting game on the cards. Driven up Ishley on the offside. Out caught. The man at deep mid-off was well positioned to take that catch. Had to move just 1 or 2 steps in front to hold on to that. So commercial credit have taken a few good catches as well. And there we go, with another batsman out. We'll look at that. Played officially. If you're playing it officially, you've got to really find the correct place to hit the ball. You have to know where your fielders are positioned as well. So Fernando has gone for no score. He's faced 2 balls. Didn't trouble the scorers. Chaturanga the fielder. Tennakon the bowler. 1 for 17 his figures. Kavish's new man walking out to join the net in the middle. So you've got 5 overs left once this is completed. It's 123 for 7. So Camaralk will have to bat out the full 20 overs. They can't afford to lose wickets all the time and get bowled out before 20 overs is completed. That will be a strategy they'll want to adopt. They'll need to be conscious about that. Seven matches, top score being 1949, the aggregate. Nothing much with the bat. Plays it past the bowler, but gets a hand to it on follow through, takes the pace of the ball. So they think of a single, but sent back by the net. There we go again. That's the shot on the offside. Long off coming in a few steps, takes a well-judged catch. They're not easy, those catches. Wide, trying to flick it down the leg side, Kavish, but doesn't get back to it. That's a poor delivery. They've been pretty good on the wide, but look at that, way down the leg side. You have the tram lines as well. They are marked out in white on matting wickets. Turf wickets is marked out in blue. Bowled him. That's well bowled. Playing across the line was Kavish. And Tenakun picks up his second wicket. That's a poor shot from the batsman. Playing across the line. So now, Camaralk will have to face the consequences of being bowled out within 20 overs. If they lose wickets at this rate, that's well bowled by Tenakun to pick up another wicket. Kavish Satsara gone without scoring. Two batsmen have gone without scoring at the moment, back to back. Kumindu, the new man who walks out to join Dinet. Dinet and the non-strikers end on 23 of 18 balls. The Tenakun 2 for 18 from 2.4 overs. So Kumindu, Madhu Basha, 11 matches, top score 53, aggregate of 164 runs. Nicely played at the offside, out towards backward point. Single being taken, that's a good run. So Kumindu off the mark straight away with that single. And there's that last dismissal. Playing across the line, ball pitched just a trifle outside the line of off stump. Coming in with the arm and takes that off stump. So the last ball of Tenakun's third over, 2 for 19 his figures. Way outside the line of off stump, very close to a wide. Survives that, 15 overs completed. And Camaralk 125 for 8. Dinet on 23, Kumindu on 1, and Tenakun 3 overs, 2 for 19.
In the heart of Colombia.
The 15 overs completed. Camaralk got off to a very good start. And look where they are at the moment, 125 for 8. Only 2 wickets in hand and 30 deliveries remaining. Still they are in a very good position. Yaqub Faumir brought back into the attack. So far 2 overs have been bowled, none for 15. Started off with a wavered one. Welcome runs for Camaralk in the context of this game. Deneth Pires, the set batsman. Again, another wide delivery. Wicketkeeper did really well to get his hand off to that ball. Yaqub Faumir has yet to find his line and length. And full credit to the wicket-keeper, who did really well to keep that off to just a 1 run. Deneth Pires is a man on strike. 23 of 19 is a set batter who should take the strike. Brilliant shot from Deneth Pires. Picture perfect cover drive. Was full. He leans into it and driven away through the extra covers for a boundary. Everything is perfect about that shot. Brilliant execution. Look at that. It's a valiant effort from the sweeper cover field as well. Had a lot of ground to cover. This is turning out to be a very good over for Sportylk. The bowler is straight away under pressure. Again, smartly played by Deneth Pires. Will they go for the second? Yes, they will. Brilliant communication and brilliant running between the wickets. Very good response from Kuindu Madhubasha at the non-striker's end. Sportylk needs to be very smart, especially in this particular situation. They have 28 deliveries remaining. There are only 2 wickets left. Again, right onto the pads. Go take that single, Deneth Pires. Ten runs came off this over so far. Still 3 balls have been bowled. Kuindu Madhubasha has a big responsibility here. Just play the 3 deliveries sensibly. This ball watching again. It's a non-striker's call. The striker, Kuindu Madhubasha, you have to respond to it. As I just mentioned, these 2 batters should be smart, and Kuindu Madhubasha should make sure that he brings Deneth Pires back into the strike more often. Here comes Yaqub Faumir. Slowish delivery. Very well negotiated by Deneth Pires. Risk-free cricket from Deneth Pires. This is very good batting. A last delivery, Kuindu Madhubasha. Be smart. Comes Yaqub Faumir. Field has spread. Very well left. And that's the end of the 16th. Sportylk 137 for 8.
At the Mercantile Cricket Association, passion for the game starts young. The MCA Academy welcomes boys and girls under 13, 15 and 17. We go beyond the basics, teaching them leadership, public speaking and the importance of sportsmanship. The MCA Academy, nurturing champions, one game, one lesson at a time.
The 4 overs remaining. Commercial Credit won the toss and they decided to bowl first. And so far they have done a great job with the ball. Especially they are brilliant on the field. Right into the block hole, Buddhika Tennakon. 2 for 19 into his last over of his spell. Kuindu Madhubasha is on strike, the left-handed batter. He has a simple job, just get the bat on ball, bring Deneth Piris back into strike. Panicking everywhere, Kuindu Madhubasha has nearly thrown his wicket away. Hit it straight to the bowler's hand. Where are you running? Could have been the 9th for commercial credit. They are pumped up. They are on the driving seat at the moment. They have the full control of this game. As we look at the points table earlier, before start the game, the T20-OVER won 5 games out of 5 they have played and finished the top of the group. And on the other hand, commercial credit has won 2 games and lost 3 games and finished 4th in their group. But when it comes to knockout, it doesn't matter where you finish. It's all about how well you play in the particular day. And commercial credit is delivering it and doing their best here. Foolish delivery, right on slot. Dead straight, a welcome boundary for Deneth Piris and T20-OVER. Brilliant shot. A textbook lofted straight drive from Deneth Piris. Everything is perfect about that shot. The fielder had no chance to cut that off. Brilliant stroke. And went for that wild swing, Deneth Piris. Just 2 deliveries remaining. Just get the single. Go to the non-striker's end. Keep the strike. Deneth Piris, the job is very simple for him at the moment. Had to be smart. He's the only renowned batsman at the crease at the moment for T20-OVER. He needs to be smart. He cannot throw his wicket away. Again, smart cricket from him. Got the single and keep the strike. 17 overs done. 144 for 8 T20-OVER.
In the heart of Colombo,
Deneth Piris, 37 of 27. Danirwan Niarachi, the right arm leg spinner, comes into the attack. 2 for 25. 2 good wickets. That's brilliant. Absolute brilliant from Deneth Piris. Reverse slap from Deneth Piris. Played with the spin. Brilliant execution. He saw both backward point and third man is inside the circle. And why not going up and above these two? Danirwan Niarachi was put under pressure immediately by Deneth Piris. He's into the 40s. Deneth Piris, he's on the charge. Swept it to deep square leg. Very good shot. Another single. Kuindu Madhubasha. Very well played by Kuindu Madhubasha. Will they go for the second? No. Deneth Piris. With that single, 150 comes up for T20-OVER. Short. Got some room. Just hit it towards sweeper cover by Dennis Pires. First ball, he got the boundary. Next 3 deliveries, 3 singles. Keep the scoreboard moving. A very smart cricket from T20-OVER. And these 2 batters out in the middle. Again, took the outside edge. Going for the second. The misfield, a fumble down there. No damage done, just a couple of runs. So far, this is turning out to be a very good over for T20-OVER. 9 runs off it. 1 delivery yet to come. This came down the track. It goes bang, goes out of the park. Kuindu Madhubasha shows what he got. What a way to end the over. Look at that. Dancing down the track and hit it with the spin over deep mid-wicket. The 18 overs completed, 159 for 8, T20-OVER.
At the Mercantile Cricket Association, passion for the game starts young. The MCA Academy welcomes boys and girls under 13, 15 and 17. We go beyond the basics, teaching them leadership, public speaking and the importance of sportsmanship. The MCA Academy, nurturing champions, one game, one lesson at a time.
Sanchana Lanka brought into the attack. Into his first over, is bowling the penultimate over. Here's a stats: 16 matches, 11 wickets. Very good economy rate as well. Dennis Pires tried to glide that through short third man, missed it completely. Very good start from Sanchana Lanka. Sanchana Lanka was the sound batter for Commercial Credit and did a really well on field today. Took a brilliant catch. Again, went for that reverse sweep. Dennis Pires, will they go for the second? No. Could have been a suicidal run if they decided to go. .160 is on the board for T20-OVER. Smart play from Kuindu Madhubasha. Has got the single and brought Dennis Pires back on strike. That's the ideal thing to do at this stage. They got 160 on board. Just be smart and get the singles, get the maximum runs comes their way. Dennis Pires goes big, but didn't time well enough. Just another single. 4 balls, 3 singles. A very good over from Sanchana Lanka so far. Here's a wicket of Kuindu Madhubasha. He did the wrong thing. He tried to go for the big shot and paid the price. He should have stick to his basic. Get the single. Bring Dennis Pires back on strike. We are talking about this. As Kuindu Madhubasha, he departs for 13. Bowled by Sanchana Lanka. T20-OVER 162 for 9. Into the last over of this game. Sanchana Lanka has just one delivery yet to finish off the penultimate over. Asitha Chamara is a new man in. It's 29 matches, 493 runs. Look at the highest score, 98 runs. It's very doubtful whether he deserved to bat at number 11. Did the right thing. Asitha Chamara just blocked that. That's the end of the 19th. Here's a replay of the previous delivery. It was spun right across the left-hander. 19 overs done, 162 for 9, Sportylk.
In the heart of Colombo.
So we are into the final over of the first inning of the pre-quarter final. The first pre-quarter finals happening today. Dulanga Chatumaduka, 8 matches, 2 wickets. He's into his first over as well. There goes Deneth Piris. And he goes. And that's the end of the inning of Sportylk. Deneth Piris, he played a brilliant hand. He was well appreciated by the commercial credit players as well. Will it be a match-winning inning? Comes outside the off stump. Seems his bat was turned on its hand. It's a very good catch at sweeper cover. Deneth Piris departs for 45. Sportylk was bowled out for 162. At the toss, the skipper Anushka Gunasinghe mentioned their target was to get to 140. Seems they got a 20 plus bonus runs here. Here's a batting performance. Deneth Piris, 45 of 33, was a standout batter. Anushka Gunasinghe on top, 29 of 18. And Nisuru Sandamal, 12 of 13. Sineth Malwathage, 22 of 16. And Kasun Madhushanka played a brilliant cameo, 18 of 7. And Kuindu Madhupasha, 13 of 10. A lot of these batters got themselves into a good start but couldn't continue. And they were bundled out for 162. With the help of 11 extras as well. There's a bowling performance of commercial credit. Buddhika Tennakon, Prabhash Chaturanga, Danirwani Arachi got 2 wicket apiece, and Sanchana Lanka and Dulanga Chatumaduka got 1 wicket each. You can see the wickets fell in regular intervals for Sportylk and bowled brilliantly. It's a brilliant bowling effort after winning the toss by commercial credit. And here comes the highlights of the first inning of today's game. We got off to a good start by Anushka Gunasinghe, played a good cameo. Played some good shots, straight bat. All around the park, look at that. Dispatched the short balls. Played brilliantly, the power play. This is the first wicket. The skipper got the other skipper. This Anjana Orton played some shots as well. A needless run out here. Here's the third wicket. Nisuru Sandamal. He's straight to deep square leg. Here's the shots. The cameo played by Kasun Madhushanka. The best shot of the day for me, Sineth Malwathage. It was an effortless shot. There's Kasun Madhushanka. Hit 2 sixes in 2 balls. 1 straight, 1 over deep mid wicket. Here's a wicket of Kasun Madhushanka. Look at that. Brilliant catch. Sanchana Lanka star of the show. Here's a wicket of Sinet Malwatage, another set batsman, another good start. Was in vain. Another run out. We saw a couple of run outs. They threw his wicket away. The catching has been brilliant from Commercial Credit. And Dennis Pires played a very good knock at the latter part of the inning. Scored 45. Some brilliant shots he played. Toyed with the field. And Koindu Madhupasha joined the party with a maximum as well. And here's the last wicket of Dennis Pires, who played a brilliant knock at the latter part of the inning, and Commercial Credit did brilliantly with the ball after winning the toss. Sportylk was bundled out for 162, and here's the equation for Commercial Credit. 163 required of 120 deliveries. We will have a short break and we'll be back with the run chase of Commercial Credit.
So welcome back to the University of Colombo grounds, and important game going on in the Mercantile Cricket Association F Division T20 League Tournament for 2026. And this is a pre-quarterfinal game, the game between Sporty.lk and Commercial Credit. And the first inning of the game completed. In fact, Commercial Credit, they won the toss, elected to field first and put Sporty.lk into bat and bowled them out for 162 in 19.1 overs, a run rate of 8.53. So Commercial Credit has a target of 163 to win. Not easy, but very gettable. There we are. So there we have the bowling figures as well, with Faumir has bowled 3 overs, none for 27. Tenakun 2 for 26, with Chaturanga also 2 for 28. And Vaniyarachi made 2 for 40. And Lanka and Chatmuduka took 1 wicket each. Look at the follow wickets, and then here's their target, 163 to win from 120 balls for Commercial Credit. Not an easy task, but could be an interesting game on the cards as well. And we'd like to remind you that there's a second match of the day at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Sri Lanka times. Attire Limited is taking on Answer Lanka in another pre-quarterfinal game. So 2 games down for decision on a day on a given grounds. As we talk to you, the umpire's out, the players in the middle as well, so the action should unfold in a few moments from now. And the batsman taking guard at the moment. Well, there we are, so it's a target of 163 to win. All to play for Commercial Credit and Sporty.lk. Sporty.lk have played 5 league matches, won all 5 games, an unbeaten team in their group as well. So they'll be out to do well in this game and try and pull this one back. And could they do that? Let's wait and see. Right, so Anushka Gunasinghe to bowl the first over. Chanaka and Nilush to open the batting. And Chanaka Vanigasekara, 23 matches, top score 63, 354 runs aggregate, 250s to his credit. A good strike rate, 100.57. And a lot will be expected from him, that is Chanaka Vanigasekara, to give Commercial Credit a good start. Right, so waiting for the first ball to come up, and here's Anushka Gunasinghe with the first ball. Trying to work it on the onside, wrapped the pad a bit too high over the knee roll. So there's no appeal from the bowler or the wicket keeper. And Anushka Gunasinghe, 17 matches. He's got 17 wickets. His best bowling figure is 4 for 47. So what lot will be expected from Gunasinghe as well. Short outside the line of off stump, cut away beautifully between backward point and point to the boundary for 4. First runs coming off the bat for Commercial Credit as well. That was well played. So 4 for no wicket after 2 deliveries. That's what really happened. A very short delivery. A lot of width as well for the batsman on offer. And once you give the batsman width, he's going to really make you pay for it. And got the ball to the boundary for 4. So Commercial Credit, 4 for no wicket. And Chanaka is off the mark with 4. Again, short, pulled on the onside, down towards deep mid wicket. Where has that gone? Has it gone over the boundary? Yes, it has. It has a big 6. So 4 and a 6 of 2 deliveries for Commercial Credit. This is a good start. And takes a total of 10 for no wicket. Another short ball stands up for the batsman to hit it over mid wicket. He does well on that. And crosses that boundary quite comfortably in the end for 6 runs. So Chanaka in double figures is on 10. And Commercial Credit on 10 for no wicket. The target is 163. So Gunasinghe, none for 10 for the 3 balls he's bowled so far. Outside the line of off stump. Thick edge down to third man. Running towards the boundary. The fielder, he won't get there. That's 4 more. This is a big over for Commercial Credit. 14 of the overs so far. 2 boundaries and a 6. Chanaka moves on to 14 as well. And that's another very poor delivery. Look at where that was pitched. Outside, way outside the line of off stump. And the batsman going for a drive, got a thick edge. And the ball just flew down towards third man for 4. 14 for no wicket after 4 deliveries. Run rate is 7.71. The current run rate is 21 per over. Again, outside the line of off stump. Thick edge down towards that third man region again. This time picked up inside the boundary. They'll come back for 2. Anushka Gunasinghe expensive in this first over. None for 16 of the 5 balls he's bowled so far. And a further 147 runs required of 115 balls, all 10 wickets in hand. And Chanaka moves on to 16 as well. Nilusha, the non-strike zone, still to face a ball. And here's the last ball of the first over. In the block hole, gets a bit of bat to it. The ball runs out to a short, fine leg. No chance of run. Ends the over. 1 over completed. And commercial credit are 16 for no wicket. Chanaka on 16. Nilusha still to score. And Anushka Gunasinghe, 1 over, none for 16. A big first over for commercial credit. Chasing 163 to win. 16 for no wicket. And there we are, Gunasinghe's first over going for 16 runs. That's a big one. Kasun Madhushankar to bowl is the second over. He's first. Played 20 matches, 24 wickets. The best figures being 2 for 7. Economy rate of 6.52. And of course, Sporty.lk will really look to him to bring some momentum back to their target as well. There's the guard being taken. One glove is off to take that guard and mark it with chalk. So Nilusha Uttamadasa to face his first ball. He's played 23 matches. High score being 55 not out. Aggregate of 370 runs. And his strike rate is 73.71. Not bad at all for the left-hander. So he's taking guard and he's now settling in for Madhushankar, who's on his way. Short outside the line of off stump. Shoulders arms, wicket keeper collects. So it's a dot ball to start the over. There we are. The umpire says 1 for the over. So the short ball has been taken into account. And that's what really happened. Almost over the head, in fact. It's a very short delivery from Kasun Madhushankar. Off the back foot. Played in the offside, straight to that point region. There's no chance of run. The ball traveled very quickly along the ground. So total remains a 16 for no wicket after 1.2 overs. So you've got a left-hand, right-hand combination in the middle for the batting department. Chanaka was severe in that first over. 16 of 6 balls. Pulled away on the onside this time, down to deep mid-wicket. Picked up inside the boundary. So Nilusha will be off the mark with a single. Takes the total up to 17 for no wicket as well. Commercial credit recording 163 to win in their 20 overs. So brings Chanaka on strike once again. 16 of 6. 146 runs required of 111 balls. Very gettable for commercial credit. But knowing Sporty.lk, they've played so well throughout this tournament. They played 5 matches, won all 5. They'll want to dominate this one as well. Let's see what happens as the sun beams down on the grounds. It's going to be hot and humid. Short outside the line of off stump. Played again towards the backward point this time. No chance of runs. So they got a man in the slip. They got a man at third man. The backward point, a point extra cover in the mid-off. That's the offside field that Kasun Madhushankar has for the right-handed Chanaka. Considered 1 run so far of the 4 deliveries. Current run rate 10.20. Required rate 7.96. Awkward looking stroke to play it on the onside. He was tied up in knots, in fact, was Chanaka, trying to work it on the onside. Just took it on the pad, down the leg side as well. So Chanaka, perhaps quite used to hitting the ball from the middle of the bat, hit it over the boundary and to the boundary. So 1 ball left in Madhushankar's first over, the second of the innings. Again, driven on the onside. Bowler feeds on his follow-through. Has a go at the stumps. A good opening over from Madhushankar comes to an end. He's bowled the 1 over for 1 run. So 2 overs completed. And commercial credit are 17 for no wicket up 2 overs. Chanaka 16. Nilusha on 1.
In the heart of Colombo.
146 required of 108 balls. They got all 10 wickets in hand. is Commercial Credit. Anushka Gunasinghe bowled at 1 over for 16 runs, a very big first over. So Nilusha is on 1, taking guard, the left-hander, marking out his crease as well. There's the problem of taking one glove out to mark with the chalk when you play on matting wickets. Nothing wrong on playing on matting wickets. In fact, there'll be even bounce most of the time. You get a bit of movement as well. The spinners could also get some turn. And Gunasinghe to bowl his second over. Bowling to Nilusha is on 1, 17 for no wicket after 2 overs. So waits for the batsman to settle in. The left-hander, he does so now. Short pulled away on the onside, down to deep mid-wicket. Picked up inside the boundary. Batsman will cross for 1. So takes Nilusha to 2 and brings Chanaka on 16 to take strike. And Gunasinghe will realize that first over was a very poor first over from him. He was punished for 16 runs that first over by Chanaka. Can't afford to give so many runs away in your early overs. It's 18 for no wicket after 2.1. Short pulled away uppishly on the onside. Fielder gets it. That's well taken. That's a good catch taken at a long on. So Chanaka, who made 16 of 9 balls, departs very quickly. And Commercial Credit lose their first wicket. Gunasinghe picks up his first as well. It should have gone all the way over that long on boundary. But there we are. That's what really happens. And you lose a wicket. Look at that again. Short pulled away on the onside. Hit it high on the bat on the splice region. Well judged catch taken at long on. That's excellent cricket all round. And Commercial Credit lose their first wicket. So Chanaka Wanagasekara out for 16 of 10. 2 boundaries and a 6 in that innings. Good strike rate. But Kasun Madhushankar holding on to a well judged catch. And it's 18 for 1. Sanchana comes out to bat to join Nilusha. Gunasinghe after that erratic first over, come back strongly in the second, picked up this wicket. So the new man is in. Sanchana taking guard at the moment, another right-hander. Sanchana Lanka, his full name, 24 matches. Top score of 64, aggregate of 673. He's got 550s under his belt. A nice strike rate of 105.16. So he's an accomplished batsman batting at number 3. Normally, you have one of your best batsmen batting at number 3 for any side in any form of cricket. And Sanchana Lanka is the man who's out there at the moment. Right, so stage all set for Sanchana to face his first ball from Gunasinghe. Cuts and cuts well, but straight towards point. No chance of run. Back topside field, and there's the last wicket coming up. Look at the shot that's been pulled from outside the line of off stump. Pulled away onto the leg side, and the catch being taken. Excellent catch. He celebrates the catch as well. Off the back foot, thumped away towards the point region. A slight fumble on the field allows the batsman a single. So Sanchana is off the mark with 1. Total moves up to 19 for the loss of 1 wicket. Commercial Credit, the target is 163 and brings Nilusha on 2 to take strike. So put 2 balls left in the third over, requiring 144 runs of 104 balls, and they got 9 wickets in hand. That's the equation for Commercial Credit. Play gently on the onside, looking for 1. Sanchana not interested. So dot ball results in that. And this is a much, much better over from Gunasinghe. Just the 2 singles and a wicket so far in the over compared to the first over when he went for 16 runs. A couple of sixers and a boundary as well in that. Flicked away on the onside. Half-hearted debut for the bowler. The ball runs out to his backward square leg. The batsman crosses for 1. That'll end the over. 3 overs completed. And Commercial Credit are 20 for the loss of 1 wicket. With Sanchan on 1, Nilusha on 3, and Gunasinghe 2 overs, 1 for 19. Everybody in the world, you're watching our live telecast of all the action of the Mercantile Cricket Association F Division T20 League Tournament 2026, a pre-quarter-final game. And this is between Commercial Credit and Sportylk. Here's the 4th over coming up. Madhushanka bowls. First ball way outside the land of off stump. Wide called, quite rightly so, outside the tram lines. So 21 for 1 after 3 overs. That's got to be re-bowled by Kasun Madhushanka. That's a poor delivery. Look at that. Wicket-keeper had to move to his left to collect it as well. This is one of the problems that the bowlers have. They don't want to use the crease sometimes. They bowl wides. And Madhushanka on his way once again. Done for 2 his figures. Bowled excellent first over. A player miss outside the line of off stump. Another wide call. So 2 wides to start this over from Kasun Madhushanka. So where in the world you're watching our live telecast, hope you're enjoying the coverage of all the action from here, the campus grounds in Colombo. Going for the pull shot, doesn't make contact. Wicket keeper collects again, so dot ball. 2 wides and then the dot ball coming up. And Commercial Credit are 22 for 1 after 3.1 overs. Nilusha is on 3, Sanchana is on 1 at the moment. Driven down the track, the bowler fields on his follow through, no runs. So we'd like to remind all our viewers, where we're watching the live telecast, there's one more game coming up this afternoon in T20 cricket, 2 games a day, and the afternoon game starting at 2 o'clock in the afternoon Sri Lanka time. And that's between Attire Limited and Answer Lanka. That should be a closely contested game as well. Both teams have come through some anxious moments in the tournament in these pre-quarter-final games. Wide to the off stump, driven straight towards extra cover. No chance of run. The ball travelled very quickly along the ground. So after the 2 wides is bowled, 3 dot balls. In fact, Madhushanka, his figures are none for 3 of 1.3 overs. So 141 runs required of 99 balls. They got 9 wickets in hand. Very gettable indeed for Commercial Credit. Nicely played. Opens the face of the bat, runs it down to backward point. Again, no chance of a run. Ball travels straight to the fielder. You've got to pick the gaps. That's where the problems come in for batsmen sometimes. Picking those gaps, so important. And you rotate the strike, pick up singles. Keep the scoreboard moving. The moment you come into dot balls, puts a lot of pressure on the batting side as well. Driven nicely on the offside, beats the mid-off, down towards the boundary for 4. That's a great shot from Nilusha. Picked the gap beautifully this time between mid-off and extra cover. And there's no stopping that. So total of 26 for the loss of 1 wicket. Look at that shot. A lot of width on offer. And he made full use of that, got his bat down in time to drive it on the offside. So 1 ball left in the 4th over. And Kasun Madhushanka, none for 7 of 1.5 overs. He bowled 4 dot balls after the 2 wides, and now the last ball coming up. So 137 required of 97 balls, 9 wickets in the bag for Commercial Credit. Sportylk also will fight to bowl out Commercial Credit to restrict them to less than 163. The unbeaten side in this group as well is Sportylk. Oh, well bowled. Player a miss outside the line of off stump. Ends the over, 4 completed. And commercial credit at 27, 6 for 1. Nilusha is on 7, Sanchez on 1, and Madhushankar 2 overs, none for 7.
In the heart of Colombo,
Yes, the Mercantile Cricket Association, the forefront of sporting activities in Sri Lanka. And there's that equation 137.96 for commercial credit. Changes the bowling. Anjana Orton comes on to bowl his first over. The 5th of the innings. He's played 38 matches, picked up 66 wickets. Best bowling figures 5 for 4. And the economy rate is not bad at all, 5.79. So he's a special bowler for Camera LK. Can you pick up wickets today? The economy rate is 5.79. And he's taken 3 wickets or more 8 times in his career. Right here, Orton to bowl his first over. Sanchan on strike. Down the leg side, pulled away down towards short fine leg. They'll pick up a single for that. Didn't quite get hold of it, but still picked up one. So Sanchan on 2 of 3. Brings Nilusha on 7 to take strike. 27 for 1 after 4.1 overs. So testing times of bowlers as well to bowl on these tracks, which are matting tracks. Down the leg side, pulled away, wicket keeper gets around. Very, very straightforward, soft dismissal, in fact, for Nilusha. Tried to put one on the onside. Perhaps got it on the glove. We'll wait for the replay, just say as to where it really struck him. And of course, commercial credit lose their second wicket. Look at that. Going for that pull shot. Perhaps got it on the glove. Just ball just ballooned down the onside. Wicket keeper very quickly across. Took a very easy catch. And Nilusha is the man out for 7 of 13 balls. And of course, commercial credit losing their second wicket. Their target is 163. You can't afford to lose wickets early on. 27 for 2 after 4.2 overs. Prabhash, the new man who walks in to join Sanchana in the middle. Anjana Orton has picked up his first wicket, 1 for 1 of the 2 deliveries. Can't believe that he got that wicket. That was a real bonus, a very soft dismissal. Prabhat Chaturanga, 16 matches. Top score being 50 not out, aggregated 289 runs. Not a bad strike rate, a touch over 92. And here's Orton on his way now to bowl to Prabhash. In the block hole, beats him outside the line of off stump. How he didn't strike the wickets is anybody's guess. Very close to the off stump. We'll take a look at that and see as to what really happened. There we go. A play and a miss. The ball goes right through him. It didn't strike the pad. There was a question asked from Orton, but it just beat the batsman all ends up and over the stumps. Pulled away on the onside. Half stopped. So they'll get a single for that. So Prabhash will be off the mark with 1. And the last wicket, just take a look at that. This is what really happened. Going for that pull shot. Perhaps got the glove. And look at that straightforward catch to the wicket keeper. It should have been punished. Should have gone to the boundary, in fact, for 6 out of 4. But he was out. Slow ball played nicely on the onside towards deep mid wicket. Are they looking for 2? No, only a single. These are some of the problems that batsmen face, that they're not taking that first run fast enough to put the pressure on the fielders to come back for the second run. So 29 for 2 after 4.5 overs is commercial credit. Anjana Orton, last ball of his first over. Full touch down the leg side. Got to be the bat to it. Wicket keeper did well to correct it. Ends the over. 5 overs completed. Commercial Credit 29 for 2 after 5. Prabhash on 1. Sanchan is on 3. And Anjana Orton 1 over, 1 for 3.
Here's the equation. 134 runs required of 90 deliveries for Commercial Credit to march into the quarterfinals. Still a big task ahead. Not an easy one, especially with the slowish outfield and the brilliant bowling of L.K. so far. L.K. well and truly on top at the moment. 5 overs gone, 29 for 2. Kavish Satsara, the left arm orthodox spinner. 17 matches, 25 wickets, best bowling, 3 for 2. It's a genuine wicket taker. Slip in place, looking for wickets. Behind the last over of the power play. Commercial Credit hasn't got the start they've expected. Comes Kavish Satsara. And that's the line and length he should stick to. With a slip in place. Prabhash Chaturanga, the skipper of Commercial Credit, is on strike. It's an ideal decision from Anushka Gunasinghe to bring the left arm orthodox spinner. That's a maximum. Prabhash Chaturanga is dancing down the track and smashed it over long on. That's a replay. Got to the pitch of the ball. Just hit it over mid-on field for a half a dozen. Brilliant from Prabhash Chaturanga. L.K. they stick to their plans. They keep the slip in. It's not a bad ball at all. And that came with the arm a little bit quicker as well. Didn't read well by the batter. The required run rate is 8.86, still manageable. Again, short. And a single. This is a good over for Commercial Credit. 8 runs came off this over so far. Just 1 ball remaining. Comes the last delivery of the power play. Again, outside the off stump. Sanchana Lanka misses out a golden opportunity. 6 overs done. Commercial Credit 37 for 2.
In the heart of Colombo, where
the power play is done. Anjana Orton, right arm, gentle medium bowler. Got a good start. Bowled 1 over, got 1 wicket for 3 runs. There's no slip in place. Prabhash Chaturanga is on strike, the skipper of Commercial Credit. Tried to scamper for a single that went straight into the bowler's hand. Could have been a suicidal. These two batters have a huge responsibility to build a good partnership, build a good foundation. They have big hitters. A full toss on leg stump and went for a maximum. That should have been put away, and it did the exact. Prabhash Chaturanga. And once we thought it could have gone straight into the fielder's hand, that's the 7th-6th of today's match. Sanjana Orton, that was a loosener in the previous. Smart cricket from Prabhas Chaturanga. Hit a 6. They tried to go for the second and decided against it. Smart cricket from Prabhas Chaturanga. Hit a 6 and got a single in the very next delivery. He got off to the non-striker's end. Sanjana Lanka taking his guard. He is the main man of the batting lineup. The man with runs. Comes Anjana Orton. Sanjana Lanka walks across, has worked away towards deep mid wicket. Another single. He got a boundary, got 6 runs, and just play smartly, get the singles, keep the scoreboard ticking, and put the pressure on LK bowlers. Put a partnership. Again, worked away towards leg side. 9 runs off the over so far. It's a very good one for commercial credit. And that's the run rate required. And they're up to the task as well. Commercial credit. These two need to play smartly. These two need to build a partnership. They're up against the informed team of this tournament, LK. Again, foolish delivery. Just driven down to long on. 10 runs off the over. 7 overs done. Commercial credit a 47 for 2. Here's the equation. 116 runs required of 78 deliveries. Still very much gettable. The sun is out. It's so hot here. The outfield eventually will get a little bit quicker than in the first half of the game. Lisura Sigera, 24 matches, 51 wickets. Best bowling figures, 6 for 27 is a genuine wicket taker, 3 fifers, an impressive economy rate and average. Here comes Lisura Sigera. So right arm, gentle medium bowler. Started off well. It's bowling wicket to wicket. LK, they finished their first round games with 5 out of 5 wins. Comes just coming down the track. Just a bit of hesitation in the middle. Whether they go for the single or not. Could have been a run-out opportunity for LK. Comes Lisura Sigera. Sanjana Lanka tried to hit across the line. Didn't time it. Sanjana Lanka must make sure he stays for longer. If he able to do that, the commercial credit definitely will have a hope. Here comes Lisura Sigera. Can go straight down the ground. A welcome boundary for commercial credit. Very well struck by Sanjana Lanka. We're talking so many good things about him. And the boy, he delivers. Hit it on the up. Was a very good shot. A valiant effort from the fielder as well. Had a lot of ground to cover. Sanchana Lanka scoring almost a runner ball. The run rate required is still around 9, which is very much manageable in modern day cricket, regardless of the conditions they play. Very good comeback from the bowler. He goes for the single. It's a direct hit and a huge appeal from the fielder and the bowler. The umpire decided against it. It was a very good yorker right into the block hole. One hand pick up. A very good decision. A near escape for Sanchana Lanka. It was just inside the crease. It was a very good decision from the umpire. So far, a good over for Commercial Credit. They got a boundary, got 3 singles. They need to make it count, this delivery as well. Here comes Lisura Sigera. Worked away towards leg side for another single. 8 runs off the over. 8 overs completed. 55 for 2, Commercial Credit.
In the heart of Colombo.
As the equation 108 of 72 deliveries, Kavish Satsara, the left-arm orthodox spinner, to continue. So far bowled 1 over, conceded just 8 runs. A genuine wicket taker, Kavish Satsara. A slip in place. The tactics and the plans have not changed. Looking for wickets. As Sportylk knows, the 1 wicket from this pair can change the momentum of the whole game. That's going down leg. But went straight on with the arm. It's going down leg. It's a very good decision from the umpire. A loud appeal from the bowler. Again, expected that to turn, but went straight and came back with the arm. Very good mix-up from Kavish Satsara. Again, very good delivery. Bowled a little too slow than previous 2 deliveries. He's mixing the pace as well. Kavish Satsara. 3 good deliveries. And this is where Prabhash Chaturanga, the Commercial Credit batters, should not get panicked. Try to go for big shots. How could it miss? He's played that reverse sweep, got the boundary. Got the edge. It was a lucky one. Could have gone onto the stumps. It was a lucky escape for Prabhash Chaturanga. Tried to hit across the line. And he paid the price. He missed it completely. That's the wicket they were looking for, Sportylk. It was not too short to pull. Brilliantly bowled by Kavish Satsara. A well-deserved wicket. Prabhas Chaturanga, the skipper, departs for 18 of 17. Camera LK is pulling things off here. Commercial credit 59 for 3. There's 104 runs required of 67 deliveries. It's not an easy task. Sanjana Lanka is the only batsman who is set in the middle. And the newcomers make sure to get the singles, keep the scoreboard moving and bring Sanjana Lanka back on strike more often. Shalita Silva, the left-handed batsman, 31 matches, 504 runs. Highest score is 84 with a healthy strike rate of 137. He need to strike well, especially today, to get themselves home to quarterfinals. Here's a replay of the previous wicket. Was angled in, was just straightened up, and it was enough to get the wicket of Prabhas Chaturanga. Comes Kavish Satsara, comes over the wicket. Worked away towards leg side to deep square leg. With that single, 9 overs comes to the end. Commercial credit 60 for 3. The required run rate is getting closer to 10. Shalita Silva and Sanjana Lanka are the two batters. Lisura Sigera, right arm gentle medium, is operating from the other end. He needs to support for Kavish Satsara on the other end. He's taking wickets, putting the batters under pressure. Here comes Lisura Sigera. And foolish delivery. This hit away, sweeper cover. Has some work to do yet. Just a single. Camera LK, especially at this stage, they will be happy to give away the single. Sanjana Lanka, a lot of responsibility on his shoulder. Short leg side is one with fine leg up inside the circle. He could have done better than that. Sanjana Lanka is yet to find his timing. Lisura Sigera. And leg side is one into his pads. Was leg buys for a boundary. It's a welcome one for commercial credit. They don't mind how these runs come. Lisura Sigera, you cannot bowl there when the fine leg is up inside the 30-yard circle. You have to be on the off-stump line. Even in T20s, it is very important to stick to the basics and bowling to the field. Comes Surasigera again. It was a good delivery. It's got the inside edge. Goes to the leg side. 6 runs so far in this over. There's 2 more deliveries to go. Shalita Silva. Was short, try to cut. It was a little too close to cut, by the way. Shalita Silva just got himself in. Here comes Surasigera. Last ball of the 10th over. Try to go over extra cover. Just the outside part of the bat. 10 overs completed. Commercial credit 67 for 3, chasing a 163. The required run rate is 9.6.
In the heart of Colombo,
So Commercial Credit require 96 or 60 balls to win this game. And we're at the halfway stage of this innings. At 67 for 3. Shalita is on 3. Sanchan is on 13. Satsara down the leg side wide. So 1 more to the total. 68 for the loss of 3 wickets. And the required run rate 9.50. The moment it climbs over 10 and over, that's when it becomes so difficult. There we are again, down the leg side. This one flicked away on the one side, another single being taken. So Commercial Credit have their work cut out. In the meantime, T20-OVER confident they're picking up wickets. Satsara 1 for 11 from 2.1 overs. Sanchan is on strikes on 13. We'll keep an eye on that required run rate of 9.56. 94 required of 59 balls, the equation. They got 7 wickets in hand. Satsara has picked up 1 for 11 from 2.1 overs at the moment. They kept the batsmen quiet, not able to free their arms, play those big shots, the boundaries. We've got a few boundaries, but not many. Cracked away on the offside again. Sweeper tidies up, so just a single again to the total. 70 for 3 after 10.2. 93 of 58 balls, the equation for Commercial Credit. They wouldn't want to keep it too late to try and get the runs. They'll want to really get that run rate going. Hit away on the onside. Picked up by deep mid-wicket. So just single being taken. 71 for 3 after 10.3 overs. Sanchan's on 14 on strike. Shalita's on 5 of 6 balls. 92 required of 57 deliveries. That's the equation. Playing across the line again. That's the biggest problem that batsmen have. When they try to play across the line, they either get bowled or LBW. We saw that in the previous wicket that fell, playing across the line. You need to play straight most of the time. And there's value for shots you play straight. Over the bowler's head, you can get a boundary, you can get 6. And certainly that's value for shots. So you don't need to really play cross-batted shots. So 2 balls left in the 11th over. Bit of turn as well. This time nicely played towards the short third man position. Backward pointer chased down to pick it up. And only get one more run in that. They should have been looking for two. Take that first run hard and then come back with the second. Put the field under pressure. He had run back from backward point to that short third man or third man position. Played across the line again. There we are. So this time they get 6 for that. Got the distance this time. That was short and pulled away. Got maximum that, and that was a good shot indeed. There's the fielder on the boundary trying to get hold of that, but no chance. It was over his head. 85 required of 54 balls. That's the equation for commercial credit. A bit of doing to get that type of total. It's 78 for 3 after 11. The required rate is 9.44. Sanchan is on 15. Charlotte on 11. Then it P's to bowl his first over. 35 matches. A lot of experience. The leg spinner flighted and driven on the offside towards sweeper. Again, they ambled through for a single. They should have been looking for 2. Take that first run hard and then look for 2. Put the pressure on the fielder. We've seen a lot of this in this tournament. In this Mercantile Cricket Association F Division T20 League tournament. Then it played 35 matches. 43 wickets, best of 4 for 31. So it's a wicket-taking option. Good economy rate of 3.89 as well. The wrong one. Batsman shoulders arms. Played soft hands, quick single being taken. That's good running. That's what it's all about. Push on the offside or onside, take off for a single. Your partner needs to understand that. You need to pick up every single run possible and get that target down. So 80 for 3 after 11.3. They're going at 6.96 runs and over. They require well over 9.76. Pulls it from outside the line of off stump down to deep mid wicket. Picked up inside the boundary. Another single being taken. Again, they should look for 2. They should have put pressure on the fielder. So Sanchana moves on to 17. It's 81 for 3 after 11.4. Played upstream towards the backward point, but didn't carry the fielder. But could have very easily have gone to hand. So then it Pirish, the right arm leg spinner, none for 3 of 5 balls in this over. Played a miss outside the line of off stump. Ends the over. 12 completed. And commercial credit 81 for 3 with Charlito on 12, Sanchan on 17. And then it Pirish 1 over, none for 3.
In the heart of Colombo.
So commercial credit slipping at the moment, 82 required for 48 balls. That's when this equation becomes difficult. The moment that required rate goes over 10 and over, it's 10.25 at the moment, the required rate. Kavish Satsara, 1 for 20 from his 3 to bowl his 4th and final over. So Sanchan on 17, Shalita on 12. And commercial credit have to up their run rate at the moment. Hit in there. Well, should have been taken, but he goes to the boundary for 4 in the meantime. Waiting for the umpire's signal on that. Looking at the fielder. Yes, 4 runs, signaled by the umpire, that's correct. It was in the air for a long time. There we go, that's the replay of that. 2 fielders converged on that. And look at that. Suddenly pulled out. And allowed it to go to the boundary for 4. Well, that's poor fielding. Off the back foot, cut away to sweeper this time for a single. So Brinshal is on 12 to take strike. Sanchana is on 22. Satsara has got 4 balls left in his spell. 1 for 25 his figures at the moment. 86 for 3 is commercial credit. Way outside the line of off stump. Could have been a wide if he didn't get back to it. Plays it on a sweep, a cover for a single. 87 for 3 after 12.3 overs. 76 of 45 balls, the equation for commercial credit. They got 7 wickets in hand. Right, and again pulls this on the onside to short, fine leg or deep backward square leg. This time there's no chance of a run. So dot ball. Quicker one, beats the batsman outside over the stumps, in fact. Now the dot ball, so 1 ball left in Kavish Satsara's 4-over spell. 3.5 overs, 1 for 26 his figures. It's 87 for 3 after 12.5. Launches this one on the onside. Picked up just inside the boundary. That's smart fielding, very good fielding indeed. The ball was traveling very quickly. So 1 run to end the over as well. So 13 overs are done right now with commercial credit on 88 for 3 with Salita on 13, Sanchan on 23 and Satsara 4 overs, 1 for 27. 75 for 42 the requirement for commercial credit. 88 for 3 after 13. The required rate is 10.71. Piris again. Turn and bounce outside the line of off stump and well, Sanchana making room down the leg side, trying to hit the way on the off. Doesn't get back to ball. And this one, he tries to pull it from outside the line of off stump. Did he get any bat on that or did he come the keeper? Yes, he got some bat. The keeper was also trying to grab it. 88 for 3 after 13.2 in fact. 89 for 3. So required rate has now climbed to 11.10. The moment that rate keeps going up, it's going to become so difficult for commercial credit. Picked up inside the boundaries, another single being taken. And now Shalita and Sanchana will have to look at ways of producing some boundaries. You can't only depend on singles. The required rate will go up. 73 required of 39 balls, the equation. A play and a miss outside the line of off stump. That's well bowled from Dennis Piris. He's bowled 1.4 overs, done for 5. He's bowled well, the right arm leg spinner. 90 for 3 after 13.4. So both these batsmen have got a start. Sanchan on 24 and Shalito on 14. Now they must make it count. Off the back foot, forced away on the offside to sweep a cover. Picked up inside the boundary. 1 more run being taken. The singles won't do for commercial credit. They'll have to look at some other options to get the ball into gaps. Convert those ones into twos, get a few boundaries as well. The required rate climbing all the time. Play and a miss. Bails are off. Ask the question. But that'll end the over. Is he given out? We'll have to wait and see. Batsman is walking back, I think. Let's take a look at that again. Because the wicketkeeper broke the stumps. He was looking for a stumping. Asked the square leg umpire for that question. Here we go. Let's see what happened. He collects it cleanly. Batsman's foot was behind the crease. Right, not out, no doubt. And that ends the over. 14 completed, 91 for 3.
In the heart of Colombo, where
Commercial Credit must get a move on at the moment. The required rate has climbed to 12 and over. It's 91 for 3. And here's Sigera, his third over. Played uppishly on the offside, out towards a long off position for a single. Camera LK wouldn't mind the singles coming in. Equation 71 of 35 balls at the moment. Just a long way to go for Commercial Credit. So Commercial Credit batsmen have to look for options. They must look for boundaries, look to pierce the gaps. These two batsmen have batted for quite some time, so they are well settled in. Played away on the onside this time. Don't give great power in the shot. And only a single again. Won't help their cause, Commercial Credit. Camera LK will certainly be happy the way things are going at the moment. 70 required of 34 balls. The equation for Commercial Credit. Required rate has climbed to 12.35. Getting harder and harder for Commercial Credit. Bowled in. Any bowler will love to see a middle stump uprooted. And there we are, Commercial Credit lose their fourth. 93 for 4 in the 15th over. Very straight ball. And trying to play across the line on that one. There we go again. Dead straight. Hits the middle stump out of the ground. So Sigera picks up his first wicket, 1 for 13. Santan Lanka is the man out for 26 of 32. He batted well, but when they needed him to really put the foot on the accelerator, score runs quickly, loses his wicket. And the equation becoming even more difficult for Commercial Credit. Where will these runs come from? Required rate is 12.73. 70 required of 33 balls, the equation. Daniru, the new man, walks out to join Shalita. Current run rate is 6.41. That's a dismal run rate. So 70 of 33. That's going to be a difficult target, the way it's been going at the moment. And Commercial Credit, at one stage when the innings started, they looked to put some pressure on Camera LK, but Camera LK, don't forget, they have played 5 of their league matches, won all 5, and there's the worms. The 2 worms, the blue worm is the Commercial Credit worm, falling way behind the worm of Camera LK, and how the wickets have fallen as well. So that's a comparison of how things have been going. Daniru, the new man in. Daniru, 1 year Rachi. He's played 3 matches. Top score 22, aggregate is 22 as well. He's got a very good strike rate, even though he's played a few matches. But can he make things happen here today? Let's wait and see. Sigera to bowl the 4th ball of his 3rd over. 1 for 13 his figures. Nice play to the offside. Looking for one return on its way. Stop-start situation as well. Let's take a look at the last wicket. There we go. Trying to drive on the onside. Just lost his middle stump completely. Look at that. Inside edge onto the stumps. So 2 balls left in the 15th. And then we have the last 5 overs coming up. Thick edge down to 3rd man. Misfield down to the boundary for 4. Those are useful runs. You need to cut them off. The fielder was on the ground trying to cut it off. But he beat him and went very quickly to the boundary. We'll look at that. Here we go. The edge. And 3rd man diving, unable to get his body behind that. And the ball just beat him to the boundary for 4. 97 for 4. So Daniru off the mark with the boundary. Sigera has got 1 ball left in his 3rd. 66 required of 31 balls. The equation for Commercial Credit. For Camera-LK, they'll just want to concede singles. They'll be happy with that. Short again off the back foot, played out to the offside. The bowler fields on his follow through. Ends the over, 15 completed. And Commercial Credit, and 97 for 4 out of 15 overs. Daniru on 4, Shalita on 15. And Sigera, 3 overs, 1 for 17.
There's a summary of the game. Commercial Credit won the toss and put Camera-LK into bat, and they were bundled out for 162. And in reply, Commercial Credit at the end of the 15th over, 97 for 4, required 66 runs of 30 deliveries. The required run rate is 13.2. So somehow, Commercial Credit needs to find a couple of boundaries in every single over. Kasun Madhushankar back into the attack. 2 overs have been bowled, 7 runs conceded. So far, a brilliant spell. Can he put the finishing touches to this game? Here comes Kasun Madhushankar running in hard. And banged in shot. It's going across the left-hander. Shalit Silva, 15 of 16 deliveries, has not got going at all. None of the Commercial Credit batters managed to find their rhythm today, including their best batsman, Sanchana Lanka. Can shot and straight into the hands of Anushka Gunasinghe, the skipper. He's pumped up. Another wicket goes down for Commercial Credit. That's the 5th wicket. Shalita Silva tried to accelerate. Connected well and went straight to the fielder. And very good catch by Anushka Gunasinghe as well. Shalita De Silva departs for 15 of 17. Commercial Credit 97 for 5. Brilliant start from Kasun Madhushankar. A left-hander replaced by another left-hander. Pasindu Pereira comes into the crease. 11 matches, 261 runs. Highest score is 55. A healthy strike rate. Comes again, banged in short. Kasun Madhushankar, what a welcome from him. A vastly experienced player. There's a previous wicket of Shalita De Silva. Look at Anushka Gunasinghe, the catcher. There's 3 dot deliveries to start off with. This is brilliant spell from Kasun Madhushankar. Again, short and going across the left-hander. Just flashing blade from Pasindu Pereira. Missed out completely. Comes Kasun Madhushankar. Can now run the fielder. Ranmira, he was quick to the ball. 5 dots in a row. This is the over. Can be the over that takes the game away from Commercial Credit. We never know. Cricket is a funny game. Again, short, pulled away to deep mid wicket, but just a single. It comes to the end of an excellent over from Kasun Madhushankar. Just given away 1 run, got 1 wicket. Commercial Credit at the end of the 16th, 98 for 5.
in the heart of Colombo, where dreams...
Here's the equation, 65 runs required of 24 deliveries. Pasindu Pereira is on strike. Anjana Orton is brought back into the attack. Right arm, medium fast bowler. 2 overs have been bowled. 1 wicket for 13 runs. Can follow the batsman. Pasindu Pereira try to move towards leg stump and make some room. Anjana Orton read the batsman really well. He followed the batsman. Seems he is in pain. Anjana Orton might got a cramp. Daniru Aniyarachi is on strike. Anjana Orton is limping towards his bowling mark. Here comes Anjana Orton. It's full outside the off stump. Daniru Aniyarachi just swinging hard but not getting connected. The required run rate is piling up. Every single dot ball is skying up the net. The required run rate. Here comes Anjana Orton. He is in pain. Full toss. At once he thought it going for a boundary. He was not even running. Was brilliant. With that single, the 100 comes up for commercial credit. There's two balls remaining in this over. Only 2 singles have been given away. Brilliant over from Anjana Orton. He is struggling. Clearly he is struggling. He might come off the field after this over. Again, got a wicket. Anjana Orton, he delivers. So 2 wickets in 2 overs in this accelerating period, especially for Sportylk. They bowled brilliantly. Pasindu Pereira, he had no option. Let's go after the bowling. The required run rate is going up. 6th one down for commercial credit. Pasindu Pereira departs for 2. Commercial credit 100 for 6. Buddhika Tennakon is a new man in. Bowled well. Let's have a lot of work with the bat. It's a huge task. Again. That was jacked back in with some extra bounce. Anjana Orton got 2 in 2. And his 3rd wicket. And 7 down for commercial credit. It was a little unfortunate one rather. There's a replay. It was an off-cutter. With an extra bounce, it took the glove. An easy catch for the wicket keeper. Commercial credit. 17 overs done. 7 down for 100. Kasun Madhushanka to continue. He's into his last over of his spell. So 1 for 8 of his 3 overs. There he comes. Danir Wickramarach is on strike. Started off with the dot. Kasun Madhushanka. Again, goes short. Tried to go for the pull. Missed out completely. Now it's 23 runs required of every single over. Now it's getting out of reach for commercial credit. With only 3 wickets in hand. Again, it's pushed for a single. T20-OVER, it's a dominant performance so far with both bat and ball. Dulanga Chatumaduga is on strike. Again, another shortish one. Just go for the pull. Kasun Madhushanka. Here's a replay of the previous wicket. It was an off-cutter from Anjana Orton. Got the glove off the batsman and a straightforward chance for the wicket keeper. Again, goes up in there and falls in no man's land. Dulanga had no option, rather going for a big shot. There's nothing going their way at the moment for commercial credit. Again goes for a short one. Just 2 runs off the over, and that concludes the spell of Kasun Madhushanka. What a brilliant spell. 1 wicket for 10 of his 4 overs. 18 overs done. Commercial credit 102 for 7. 61 required of 2 overs. It's almost out of reach here. Comes Anjana Orton into his last over. It's down the leg side. Worked away for a single towards deep mid wicket. Tanirwani Arachi. Comes Anjana Orton. Has pushed it wider. It was a no ball. It's a free hit. There's a free hit. Goes for a big shot. Didn't time it at all. Just a single. The game has almost slipped away from Commercial Cricket. You should go for big shots, try to get some consolation runs. Again, missed out completely. It was an off-cutter again from Anjan Orton. Is mixing things up very well. He's the man who knows what he's doing, Anjan Orton. A genuine wicket taker. Goes straight. Goes big. So 1 bounce 4. Dulanga. It's a big man. Strong batter. Went dead straight over the bowler's head. Again, full. Goes over the boundary for a 6. Another big one from Dulanga. Was an opportunity for Sportylk. Drag that from outside the off stump. And deposited over long on for half a dozen. Dulanga Chatu Maduka. And shot outside the off stump. Cut away for a single. And a good spell of bowling of Anjan Orton comes to the end. 4 overs bowled, 3 for 29. Here's the opportunity, and the 6 came off the last over. Look at that. Didn't time his jump at all. Was completed, 116 for 7 Commercial Cricket. We are to the last over of this game. There's equation 47 required of 6 deliveries. He's almost out of reach now. Lisura Sigera to wind up the game into his last over. 3 overs, 17 for 1. A brilliant spell of bowling from Lisura Sigera as well. Can swing and a miss from Dulanga Chatumaduka. He's a good striker. There comes Lisura Sigera. Try to scoop it over the fine leg fielder. Done it one. Arachi is on 7 of 12. The Commercial Cricket hasn't got going from the ball number 1. Comes Lisura Sigera. Yeah, that's too close to the stumps. Varied the pace nicely. Three balls remaining. Again, that goes above the stumps. Again, another swing and a miss from Dhanirwani Arashi. There's a couple of balls left. Comes Lisura Segera. Again, a good Yorker. Right into the block hole. And a dot to finish things off. A dominant performance from Sporty.lk with both a bat and ball. And Sporty.lk won this game by 45 runs. It's a convincing victory. They lost the toss and they were put to bat first by Commercial Credit. And they were bundled out for 162, and in reply, Commercial Credit only managed to score 117 with a loss of 7 wickets. It's convincing performance, and they march into the quarterfinal, undefeated team. Here comes Sporty.lk. A sheer brilliance from the ball number 1. This Sporty.lk won by 45 runs. There's a batting performance. Sanchana Lanka, Chanaka Vanigasekara, Prabhash Chaturanga and Charlita Silva all got off to starts but couldn't convert it to big ones. And they've all struggled to get going as well, as no one has got above the runner ball as well. With the help of 12 extras, they end up 117 at the loss of 7 wickets. Here's a bowling performance of Commercial Credit. Anjana Orton was a pick of the bowlers, 3 for 29 of his 4 overs, and Anushka Gunasinghe, Kasun Madhushanka, Kavish Satsara and Lisura Sigera got 1 wicket apiece. You can see wickets fell off in regular intervals and they managed to restrict Commercial Credit to 117. And here comes the highlights. Commercial Credit chasing 162 after winning the toss and bowling first. Played some good shots earlier on, got off to a good start. Here's the first wicket. It's the start of losing their way. A brilliant catch from Kasun Madhushanka. Some good shots played by the top order, but couldn't sustain. Here's Prabhash Chaturanga. Played some good shots. Hit a couple of sixes and took the momentum back into Commercial Credit. And Sanchana Lanka joined the party as well. And here's the wicket that changed the whole momentum of the game. And from there onwards, there's nothing went for Commercial Credit. And here's a prize wicket of Sanchana Lanka. Here's this brilliant spell of bowling by Anjana Orton, got 3 wickets. Some very good variations showed by him. Some later joined the party by Dulanga Chatumaduka. Hit some good shots. And at the end, it was all about Sporty.lk. They got home and they marched into the quarterfinal in style by winning the game by 45 runs. Here's the match summary. Commercial Credit won the toss and put Sportylk into bat. They were bundled out for 162. Deneth Piris, the talisman of the batting effort, 45 of 35. Anushka Gunasinghe and Sineth Malwathage supported well with 29 and 22. Buddhika Tennakon bowled well, and Prabhas Chaturanga and Dani Ravanyarachi got 2 wickets apiece, and in reply Commercial Credit ended up 117 for 7, and Sportylk won the game by 45 runs. And we have another game coming up, so stay tuned. We'll be back shortly after this break with the next pre-quarterfinal. Stay tuned with Sporty.lk.